baby's still sleeping, okay? I know it's a little confusing. You're like, wait, we're getting baby episodes, non-baby episodes. Look, all I can tell you, it's a complicated split schedule situation with the way that the baby is right now, and that's okay. That's okay. We're going to have some ASMR episodes. We're going to have some normal episodes. We're going to have some ASMR episodes. Maybe we'll play as Tainted Lazarus late on a Wednesday night here. Just to keep it interesting, man. Just to mess with it. I don't know if you saw the streak on the way in there. We've been playing well. We've been messing around with well, mostly on stream today. I did old characters, but the new ending and stuff like that. It was nice to go back and feel like I had like a foundation, like I had an understanding of how to actually play. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. How you gonna let the shot speed downhill do you like that, man? And, you know, to have some awareness of, you know, how to play as these characters. You remind yourself Repentance is a difficult game, and let's do our part here. So, I mean, Tainted Lazarus is horrible. Every other character in the game that's, like, hard... and I think this is just the easiest way to explain it. Every other character in the game that's hard, there's like some kind of upside that is not immaterial. Like even the characters that are super tough, like Tainted Jacob or Tainted Lost. Tainted Lost has a better item pool and an increased chance of getting Holy Card, which buffers some of the negativity. Tainted Jacob, you know, Tainted Esau is annoying to deal with, but also does a ton of damage to bosses and other difficult rooms, especially early on. I don't really know what you could say is an advantage for Tainted Lazarus. I guess 50% of the rooms, you get a unit that starts with a little bit more damage, but not enough to be like, you know, that impressive past the first 2 floors. It's very, I think Tainted Lazarus, like, I don't want to act like everything difficult in the game has to be buffed and everything good in the game can't possibly be nerfed, or that's like an assault on gamers' rights. That being said, I think this is the character for me that having played a little bit of everybody is kind of like the most in need of some kind of rework. Just like, in particular, some stats. Like, I'm not asking you to change the gimmick. Or maybe like every time you use flip, you get something. Like, you can already use it strategically, but, you know, to have it possibly, like, pay out with something would be interesting. I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of what consumable pool it could pull from, but I don't know. There's probably some lore you could finesse in there somewhere. It's just kind of like, I mean, the character is just kind of garbage, right? I'm sorry, I'm checking the post-it note, like, over and over. I'm also, yeah, I was shouting a lot today. I'm a little hoarse, so I apologize. Also known as a pony. Okay, so we would like to do Light Path no matter what. Boss Rush and Hush are optional. It's just, I guess the easiest way to say it is, it's just the character, well, there goes our devil deal, with like the highest barrier to entry by far. Now we're talking, though. Jeez Louise, we're 1/3 of the way to becoming Guppy. What was I complaining about? We might as well just grab it on you. I don't think it matters too much. We knew we were going to swap on the way out regardless. But yeah, you know, we don't need to talk too much Isaac. Who? Wait, I'm Tainted Lazarus. Like, not as a character, but like as the sub-character I'm controlling right now. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember who's who. You can tell by the damage, right? That's the easiest way. And I say it was a Thursday night. I apologize. It is a Wednesday night over here. I'm stoked. What gets a 32-year-old dad stoked? A crawl space out of nowhere doesn't hurt, I'll tell you that much. Almost woke up the baby, but didn't. Because my level of self-control is on a dad-like level. Plus, I had to recall that usually crawl spaces are not that impressive. They've been buffed a little bit, and this was even better than it used to be in Afterbirth Plus, but still. No, I'm pogged up because, like, every week we get 3 meal kits from, and this is, like, anti-sponsored, by the way. I actively recommend against this service at multiple junctures. I think that I've had a few of those Blue Apron style services over the years. I don't think it's like a particular company that I have a problem with. I think it's just, you know, the concept in general. Even though we still use them for convenience, I find myself annoyed at least a couple times a week when I'm cooking them. Not because I dislike cooking, quite the opposite. I'm like, why did you make this supposedly simple meal so complicated? And alternatively, like, you know, I'm paying you like $11 a portion, and you included like one little tiny like rinky carrot that isn't even enough for like one person, and then you're supposed to like really made me preheat my oven for like one pseudo baby carrot. I don't understand. It's anyway. Long story short, I'm excited because we get 3 of those a week. Some of them are delicious. I'm not going to deny it, but like they didn't do anything. The farmers grew the fruit, the vegetables and the fruits, and they farmed the meat, and then I cooked it. I'm not giving them any credit for putting it in a box. They already got my, you know, pay stubs, right? But I'm stoked because I cook those while Kate does her streams. We just won't pick this up yet. We'll deign to get something more impressive, or we'll figure out what character would use it better later. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, Kate streams after my stream. I watch the baby. I cook dinner, and it's Wednesday, baby. They get delivered on Mondays. I cook Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I am off the dinner hook. I am officially under control. I'm living free and easy. I don't know what we're doing, you know, for the rest of the week. We got some Korean food. Hear me out here. Hear me out here, okay? I don't know how you're supposed to do this with these characters, but here's the way I think we should do it. I think that you, the character I'm playing as right now, should grab the HP, because you need it. You're not very strong. I'm not trying to insult you, it's just the truth. Secret room, maybe? Secret room, perhaps? Note to self. Perhaps much better track record than maybe. We don't need the bombs. We're not going alt path. We got nobody to impress right now. If you're not impressed by the fact that I already cooked 3 dinners this week, I don't know what to tell you. Hold on. I got some potentially pressing Discord messages here. Okay, no, it's good. It's good. Just Mario Party. Just getting some Mario Party going for the future. Let me check this out real quick. This is not worth it, man. Maybe the ladder's worth it? I don't know. It just feels good, you know? I'm in charge of 3 dinners a week. It feels good to be the anti-procrastinator and to have all 3 of those meals done at essentially the minimum possible time. We could... Beats me, man. Might be having some kimchi jjigae for the rest of the week. Might be having some Uber Eats Chipotle. I've said this, I know people are sick of hearing it probably at this point, but I am now like so freaking jazzed because I get to imaginarily eat all these meals in my head without actually eating them in reality. So it's like I get to enjoy them twice. I know how ridiculous it sounds, don't get me wrong. But I've said it before, it's like a vacation, you know? When you're not on the vacation yet, but you know what's coming, you imagine, oh, it's going to be so nice when we get through security at the airport, and then we're just sitting down at the gate. Maybe we'll get a Starbucks real quick. Oh, and then when we're in our chair and we reach cruising altitude, we could bust the snacks out of the overhead compartment, maybe watch a movie. Sometimes, like, I've always been old, I think. You know what I would do? And I haven't flown since... Jeez, I can't even remember. It's not long enough to be like a world record, but long by my previous standards. It's like, why not? Why not? Maybe like May 2019. So we crossed the 2-year anniversary by now. That's good. This is good stuff. I'm happy. I'm confused, but I'm happy. With one hand in my pocket and the other one making a peace sign. saying like, yeah, I get it. You've never flown in an airplane. It's okay. You're gonna do it one day, and then you're gonna have a wealth of Isaac episodes to go back to where I talk about flying, and you're gonna be like, I get it now, and you're gonna understand. You're gonna be like, you know what? I look down on Jerry Seinfeld for his airplane humor jokes, but I do have to say, having consumed some airplane meals, I don't know what the deal is with them. Not every time. Anyway, I would even, before I would go on a flight, sometimes like a month before, and then it's so far in advance I'd have to do it again closer to the actual flight because otherwise the information wouldn't apply. But I would look up what movies are going to be on the flight because these airlines are run by, you know, people that they disseminate that kind of information for like advertising purposes, and I guess also for freaks like me that are like a month in advance. I'm like, oh dude, I'm gonna watch, you know, Promising Young Woman on this flight. You know, JAL Airlines has Promising Young Woman as their premiere movie. So I would plan out all that stuff in advance, which is ridiculous, but you get to enjoy it. Sorry, puberty number 5. You get to enjoy it in advance, but then you also get to enjoy it while you're living it, and that's what I'm doing right now. But right now I'm mentally sampling from 50 different restaurants. I just mentally ate a little Pizza Hut, and I'll mix it up. KFC, specifically the gravy, the French fries and the gravy, delicious. I'm eating it right now. You know what I'm having right now? Panera. Can I hit you with something insane? Never even been to a Panera, but I can imagine what it tastes like, and I'm deriving a little pleasure from it. Perhaps a little bit more sodium chloride next time. I'm thinking, okay? This is a damage upgrade, but it's very spicy from an HP standpoint. On the other hand, can we afford to say no to potential damage upgrades? It's a good question. Sack Dagger, not what it used to be. We're not going to be throwing HP away willy-nilly anymore. I think we do take that. Should have played you a little bit, and then we could have taken it, then flipped, and then played the Demon Judgment as the other character. Come on, man. Don't screw me on this one. Don't screw me on this one. Full health? I can't. Leaving that room is the smartest thing I've ever done. It was a bold play, and we did it right. You gotta take some leverage risks as this character, but we're gonna... I don't know why that scared me so much. We're gonna get it going. We're gonna get it going. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna do some good stuff. If they let us back in the Devil Room, I'd be happy to give this HP to the Demon Judgment, but for now, you know, we gotta live in reality. Reality tells me we gotta be a little coy. Nobody's upset about the High Priestess here. We can see the secret rooms. One will be in the shop, probably? Nope. It's a great shop, though. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna hold the topic of conversation there because people are probably sick. They're like, yeah, we get it. Okay, the best Dorito that you eat is the Dorito that you haven't yet eaten. But I believe it. But still, not everybody's ready for that kind of intel yet. It's a little too Marcus Aurelius for the YouTube and Twitch audience on average, but one of these days you're gonna look back on this episode and you're gonna be like, you know what, he's right. Thanksgiving dinner does taste better in your mind than it does when you're eating it, but instead of looking at that as a negative, we look at that as a positive, and we say I get to eat Thanksgiving dinner twice. Once when I think of eating it, and then once when I actually eat it. I'm just saying, okay? They've done studies. And as is typical, I don't know who they is in this situation. Who? Probably like Daniel Kahneman, okay? Got a lot of respect for Danny Kahneman. Doing the work that I would like to be doing, but I don't have the time. I'm too busy playing video games right now, but I think, dude, honestly, you know when they talk about, you know, like playoff, insert football players, editors, can we get a football player's name in this in post? They talk about, like, you know, playoff Cam Newton is a different beast. That's like after normal hours NL. After normal hours NL is like he's a man possessed. What the? I stepped on the spikes probably. He's a man possessed. He doesn't play. He doesn't play by the same constraints that he plays by in the day. It's madness. I'm willing to look at this. We're at 13 minutes on the second floor, getting dangerously close to me having to choose between either taking a shower before bed or brushing my teeth before bed. Not really, but it's gonna be a little bit of a pinch. But that's okay. These are the sacrifices you make, man. These are the sacrifices you make. But it's worth it, you know, just to feel like I'm squeezing every bit of pulp and every bit of juice out of the out of the game here. So I want to do this room here, and I'm doing the whole floor. That's how you can tell, man. I'm playing like I got nothing but time. Then that is not the case at all. So that was Curse of the Tower. I gotta tell you, Curse of the Tower. I remain insulted by this item. Its existence is an insult. It's offensive to me on many levels. Alt path levels, regular levels, error rooms, which constitute, in my mind, levels of their own. I suppose we could blow up the key beggar, but no big deal. We're good, right? Like, you know what? One bomb here. I trust you. I'm gonna stop saying I'm gonna become the Joker. I might become Walter White, though. Don't lie to me, Walt. Sorry, I'm working on that Dean Norris. Don't lie to me. I can't shout. The baby's sleeping. Shame on you, honest. Shame on you for trying to get me to shout. And don't even get me started on letting it all out. This is interesting. I'm willing to entertain this. Never mind. I hate you. You always just. Goodbye. I'm not gonna blow you up because I know you just pay out with spiders, but you're not long for this world. One way or the other, I'm gonna toast you. I'm gonna be very happy to do it. I'm gonna be even more thrilled when it's done. I'm just leveling with you. This is for, like, that's just for me. That's not a smart play. There's no realm in which that makes sense as the right thing to do. And yet, there I go doing it. How about that? Okay, so I am a fool, but check this out. I want that secret room. This is not a meme. This is how some people really play Isaac. I look up to them. I admire them. I consider them, you know, my friends and my confidants. Thank you for being a friend. So I'm gonna push this thing over here because someone stole my last bomb from me. I didn't have any control over it, and there you go. He's done it. We got nothing but time, man. Maybe I am a late night guy. I've been talking about how I thought I was a late night guy when I was younger, but actually I think I was just I don't know what word makes sense here. I was psyoped into believing it just because I stayed up late at night. I don't think I was doing my best work. I feel motivated in the morning, but I can't deny that in a very small but potentially representative sample of Isaac gameplay, I'm feeling pretty good, man. Like I'm feeling like I'm seeing the board well. Maybe it's a volume thing. There's other variables we gotta isolate. Maybe I do better when I talk quietly. You never know. Inevitably, by the way, I've made some kind of egregious mistake that the average person watching this video is like, the comedic timing and the unbelievability of me talking up my skills while having made this egregious error are laughable. Ha ha ha, they say, ha ha, he doesn't know. The audacity of this man to talk about his refined Isaac ability when he doesn't even know that he left behind a High Priestess card on the last floor that could change his fortunes completely. I mean, we might have made a more grievous error than that. It's possible, but hey, man, all things in time, or something. A stitch in time saves 9. Okay, Trinket Smelter. I think Trinket Smelter is good. I don't want to get too controversial, but I stand by that one. You're definitely the right target for this. And then if we can get a bomb, we'll blow that up for sure. I feel like pretty blessed here. We got 2 good characters. Boss Rush is... It's comical that you would even ask. Hush is a theoretical possibility with a little bit of extra luck in getting some good deals with the devil. I genuinely believe, like, I could see it happening. Should probably go back and get some red hearts, huh? I'm just waiting for them to spawn at the right time. It doesn't seem to be coming to pass, but that's okay. And as I was just going to say, now we're going to swap, and then we're going to drop a red heart, and there you go. Don't steal my charge. You're forcing me to use my charge. I don't respect it. Drop a bomb. Drop it for $1. Drop a bomb. Okay. Trinket Smelter fully charged. You love to see it. Really useful right now. I don't want to swap, though. Like, I feel like the run is strong enough to easily kill Peep. And on top of that, if we swap now, we don't have control over who gets what. If we maintain our charge, then we get a little bit of choice. We get a little provenance. Is that a word you can? Agency you could definitely use. I don't know. Provenance? Provenance might be. It seems like one of those legal words you use, like agency for that matter, or jurisprudence. Or addendum. You know you're dealing with an android if you ever get somebody in an office that asks you. You got more damage, I think, believe it or not. If you're in an office and you're ever dealing with somebody that asks you to append two things together instead of just stapling them, that's how you know you're dealing with Jordan Schlansky of your own workplace. So all I'm saying is be careful, okay? I just want what's best for you. I do think we're gonna leave, and part of this is rushing. Part of this is also those self-interest. Like, I wanna not get sidetracked too much and ruin our chance of possibly getting to the Hush fight if our run is good enough to even justify that. But right now it isn't. But that's why you buy low, sell high, right? It's the idea, at least. Okay, I gotta remember, High Priestess is pretty good. I'm surprised by how much I've enjoyed having, I've never looked at the names of the items anymore, which is a bad habit. Eye of the Occult, is that what it's called? I think this item has actually been, I mean, that was just very poor damage there, but apart from that, I think this item has been mighty nice. I'm having a good time. Could use a little rate of fire on Jacob. And by Jacob, I mean Lazarus. Get ready for a lot of that. And you're like, what do you mean, get ready? We've been doing it for 25 minutes already. Okay, so we dropped that. Because we can smelt it as Lazarus, which is the character whom we are playing as we speak. I think, like, Eye of the Occult, the damage upgrade is more than enough to offset the potential negative of the tears being weird. But I will say, I don't think the tears are bad. I think I've been foolish and incorrect in that assumption. I do want to go to that curse room, but I also really want to possibly create a devil deal. Dude, I'm really good at this game. Are you seeing this? Now, the other side, also pretty annoying, but we got 2 less masks to deal with now. And we're going to remind people that that's just in the context of Isaac, not in the context of the overarching, you know, world climate right now. And we're going to move on. Yeah, I think this is good. I believe that this, as we sit here, I believe this is light path worthy. We're going to start losing HP. That's a given. It's just science. I'm going to do it, man. Before you die, I need to pick this up so that when we... Yeah. And then, you know what? Why not? Why not just go back to this? Why not go back to the status quo? Right now, I think we got 2 fairly equal characters. If we come across the boss room before we get a charge for Flip, which might charge anyway if our Trinket Smelters charge in advance, I don't know. If it happens, it happens. We'll you know, roll with the punches. We definitely want to pick that up. High Priestess would be good for the boss. I'm sure I hear you saying it in the back of my head right now. High Priestess would be good for the boss. You're not wrong. If you'll excuse me, I need to... Just need to think for a second. There you go. I have noticed things slowing down a little bit. There's no question there. And I'm not talking about, like, cognitively speaking with yours truly. That's more, I only notice when I'm told. Felix, it's just, thank you. More of, you know, we're not getting through these floors in the speed that you would expect would be becoming of this stage of the game. And that's fine. Because it's going to change right here. Alright, that was pretty sick. We missed our, we needed that on this character, so that's wise. We missed our 72% chance of getting a deal with the devil. That's the kind of stuff that'll keep you up at night. But you might as well just close your eyes and go to sleep, because there's nothing we could do about it. You know, we don't have control over that level of minutia in the game. We have an angel room, an item room and a shop remaining in the coefficient for us here. Sometimes you just gotta be patient, you know. Within this seed, it is likely, not guaranteed, but likely, the tools for success exist. So what do? We simply wait, and we pry them out. It'll happen. I would say hush, don't get your hopes up. But one of these days, man, one of these days, oh my. The luck is quite nice, too. I have noticed we're starting to hemorrhage a little bit more HP as well. Notice my heart rate start to quicken. Blood pressure rising slightly as I realize when I said to my wife, hey, I'm just going to try to sneak in an Isaac run here. I'm watching my dream of some leisure time tonight fading away. I'm picturing myself crawling into bed as the sun comes up, getting 42 seconds of sleep and then waking up. And then I'm reminding myself that this is irrational because it's 9:20 p.m. It just feels like 3 a.m. because I'm like that. I'm considering writing a letter to the editor, putting on my reading glasses and writing a letter to the editor of the game. In this case, saying something along the lines of, to whom it may concern, dear sir or madam, I hope this letter finds you in good health. Have you noticed that you've made your floors quite large recently? Some might even say too large. I find myself unable to surmount their perspicacious nature. Dictionary.com, perspicacious. Having keen mental perception and judgment. Doesn't really work. Anyway, the joke made itself. I thought of the word perspicacious the other day. It's one of those words you can taste, right? Like when I say the word perspicacious, does it not strike you as like, do you not taste peppermint? Or is that just me? Is that just something I have to talk to with my neurologist? I'm sure it's like a cultural thing, like there was a peppermint thing called, like, you know, Pepsin or something like that, and then perspicacious is like the way that it kind of fizzes in your mouth, right? It's like an Alka-Seltzer tablet. Try it out. You might, next time you got nausea, just say perspicacious 10 times. It might work out for you. It might suit you. Try it on for size. After all that exploration, we find ourselves really not much better on this floor, which is... I gotta make another loop. I'm gonna stop short of saying that it's devastating, but it is really like, I mean, when you invest 9 minutes in a floor, you're hoping that it's gonna pay some dividends. We got a range upgrade. Did we get a range? No, we got an HP upgrade and a range upgrade in Mom's heals, and like, oh, didn't we? Yeah. What about our fly? Did we not? What happened to that? He's circling around me right now. Okay, we got him. he's chilling. It's still a really bad floor though. But on the bright side, if we play our cards right, we got a 100% devil deal chance on this floor. This is not a run where we will be going toe to toe with Super Mom. It's not the right time. You gotta investigate. It's a scary time, you know? I know I've talked a lot of smack about how this run should pretty much have it under control. I genuinely believed that, like, when we were a little earlier on, before the dog days of Necropolis dawned on us, and here we are again on Necropolis. That being said, you know, when you got leverage, you use it. We got a damage upgrade? Oh, you know what it is? It's red patch, a consumable that I'm just willing to admit to you. I essentially had no idea what it did. Once you ever hear the expression, is not a good expression for people that get very annoyed by the sunk cost fallacy, but I think there's a little bit of wisdom in there somewhere. It's called in for a penny, in for a pound. I think once you're kind of going on this floor, you owe it to yourself to stick with it for at least a reasonable length of time. And we're gonna keep this moving still. I think we'll probably leave and come back, but I really want the HP. I really do. I got over... I'm dead. Well, the good news is bedtime is not going to be too misplaced. The bad news is I forgot Rotten Heart is only 1/2 heart. And the other bad news is that, like, we had a pretty good run from the perspective of having decent damage items, and it still sucked. That scares me, knowing how much I have left to do as this character, but I know we're going to get there. It might just take a little higher barrier to entry and a little bit more concentration. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to get out of here. Click the like button if you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for all the support on the Isaac series so far. I'm not sure if there's enough of it. That's a joke. We'll keep mixing in more variety. I appreciate everybody watching the content regardless of what it is, and I'll see you next time. See ya!